Hands down, one of my favorite things to get at Christmas growing up was Legos. It was a very formative part of my childhood. In fact, me and my 3 younger brothers had a suitcase of Legos from all the different Christmases and birthdays. There's something interesting about Legos, though. You have this box with this picture of some completed thing, but then when you open it, all you have are a scramble of parts and an instruction booklet. Since becoming an adult, I've realized that there are adult versions of Legos. One of those being like this Christmas gift from my parents. Putting together this griddle grill feels very much like that childhood feeling of putting together Legos, where the box comes with a picture of the finished product, but whenever you get everything out, like in last week's video, it comes out in pieces. It comes out in pieces with an instruction booklet. It's been nice, though. My parents have kept up the tradition of giving me Legos every year. I got a set that I was able to put together with Brockton, and then they've also started that tradition with the other kids. Maisie and Brockton both, even Laurie Ann, really enjoy getting Legos. I'm really proud of it, especially Brockton, for having the patience to put Legos together. I noticed that this year, it would be fun to be able to just open the box and start playing with the final product, but part of what makes the final product enjoyable are the steps along the way, and watching him open that instruction booklet and find step 1 and then pay so close attention as he goes through it. In fact, while I was putting together one Lego set, I saw him accidentally flip 2 or 3 pages and work for a minute or 2 before he realized that he had skipped some steps and needed to go back to fill those steps in. Thinking back on last week's midweek theme of altar, I think very much we treat Christ's sacrifice as something that shouldn't have an instruction manual. Definitely the vast majority of meaning of that sacrifice was wrapped up into the event of his death, burial, and resurrection. But at the same time, you can't get around the fact that those hundreds of years of tradition set the stage or the foundation for what that event would mean. In fact, you could say played a crucial role in us understanding why a sacrifice is even necessary. Then we ask, what would Christianity be without the Old Testament? And the answer would be a Lego set without the instructions. There would be no direction on how the parts went together. But fortunately for us, when God started everything off, He started us off with an instruction manual so that we can put the pieces together. Be a two-person job. So what is Christianity without the Old Testament? It is a Lego set without the instructions. We have the picture of the completed toy and a way to get from A to B. That's why we have the altar, animal sacrifice, the priesthood, the temple. That's why we have the exodus of the Israelites from Egypt, the stories of the prophets. Those are the pieces, the steps, the foundation that built it all up to culminate in that moment on the cross. We often say that same question about our lives. Why did this have to happen? Or why did that have to happen? Or life would have been better if. But who would you be without the events in your life? You'd be a rather different person. Paul talks about it in his letter to the Romans. This idea that God is busy working everything together for good for those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. If you're living your best life, God's life for you, then everything that's happening, He's making sure that it works out to make you more perfect, to build you into a final product, something perfect. So they can spend eternity with Him. It gets even better, though, when you consider what Paul says in his letter to the church in Philippi, the Philippians. He says that God, the same God that spoke the universe into being, is doing a work in you. He spoke everything that we know into existence, but He's working in your life. And He's carrying it through to completion, perfection. Sanctification would be the biblical word. And he's doing that because Jesus paid the sacrifice, the ultimate price to reconcile us with God, to bring us back into communion with the divine. I missed a page, just like I said about Brock. So as we go through life, that's kind of the importance of continuing to stay in community with each other, so that we can continue to remind each other that things get tough, but God is good. He's working things out. He's wanting the best for you. He's wanting you to live your best life, and not just that. He is actively working on you to make you a better person, more perfect, more in His image, more in the likeness of Christ. So, join a group, get involved. Watch parties are going to be kicking back off here pretty soon. Check those out. citypointchurch.tv/groups. To see what's coming up. Don't forget, if you're watching this the day it comes out or the day after, we have Exalt this Sunday. It's going to be really, really great on Mount Sequoia. So sign up for that. citypointchurch.tv/exalt. And I think I need to go get some propane. See you guys next time.